To understand quickly, Om is representing God. Normally, whenever we start any kind of a thing, our Hindu culture is to pray to the God. Invariably, we pray to Vinayaka, Ganapati, and then say without any kind of a vigna, we have to start this. The same thing here, you can say Om is purpose is that. The next thing is, it is requesting the Lord that this teacher should have enough kind of a skill and the student should have enough kind of a capacity to learn. What a beautiful thing. Most of the time what happens is, we may not, even if you take material sciences in the college, most of the time the students are getting stuck up because the teacher does not have a proper qualification. I am not talking about academic qualification, proper skill to teach the students. Your children may come and many times complain, they are talking, the teacher is telling, but I am not able to understand. We think that there is a shortage of the children. No. Most of the times you find the teachers do not have the skill to communicate properly. At the same time, the teacher may be very good, but if the student does not have a proper skill to learn, then also it is a problem. So both in this Shanti Mantra, both the teacher and the student should have proper skill so that the knowledge is properly transformed to the student. Then next the mantra is also praying, oh God, okay, the knowledge is coming to me, but I should practically follow in my life. And then I should have the jnana pala. This is very, very important. What is the use of just only studying? We have to follow it also. The next prayer that is coming, whatever the knowledge I have got, I may be following also, but after some time I should not forget the knowledge. The knowledge, whatever I have learned, it should be with me all through my life, so that I do not forget it at all. Then finally, let the Guru and the Shishya, both the relationship is very good. Generally, most of the kids you may be finding it, they say, just generally I used to ask the kids, do you like your teacher? How is she? How is he? Mostly the people say, oh, science teacher is very good, but mathematics so-so, I hate that English teacher. People say. If that happens, what happens is the student will totally close his mind. He will not learn. So in the Shanti Mantra, we are requesting the teacher and the student, they should have a congenial relationship. The same case with the teacher also. If the teacher is not having a proper opinion about the student, or when the student is not properly impressing the teacher's teaching will not be full. He will be partial because he is also a human being. So in this one Shanti Mantra, how beautifully our rishis have taken care of entire skill, entire kind of a factors of the transaction between a teacher and the student. I wanted to explain this Shanti Mantra because we think Shastra means is something which is not connected to the practical life. No, it is not so. Everything that has been told for Shastra is all practically connected to our life only. Well, normally Upanishads do not have any kind of a story normally, but there are certain Upanishads that have got certain kind of stories. This particular Upanishad has got a very beautiful story. The story is very simple. There is a person, a Brahmin by name Vajasvarata. His name is Vajasvarata. Don't bother about name, time and all, it's all technical. This Vajasvarata wanted to perform an yajna. This particular yajna is performed once you become a Vanaprastha. What is Vanaprastha? Vanaprastha is a time where you have done all your duty to the family, You have done all your duties to your society. Then a stage comes, you want to withdraw slowly from all activities and you want to concentrate yourself to the spiritual progress. That stage is called Vanaprastha. So this Vajasvarata has attained Vanaprastha stage and he wanted to conduct a yajna. This particular, the beauty of this particular yajna is if you complete it properly with all kind of shraddha, then you may get into Swarga. That is a belief. So he wanted to conduct and he called a lot of Ritviks. Ritvik means the Pandits and the Vedic Pandits and all. Yajna was very beautifully conducted. Then he wanted to give Dakshina to all the Ritviks. When he gave a Dakshina, what happened was he was giving so many things because one condition for this yajna is whatever you have, all you have to give because you are in a Vanaprastha. So this person, what he does, he gives many Dakshinas, including, since he was having everything, including some old cows, sick cows, he gave it. He has got a son by name Nachiketa. He is only 8 or 9 years old, but he has also studied Veda under his father. Brilliant boy. For his age, he was so mature. Unfortunately, when other dakshinas were given, Nachiketa was not present. But when his father was giving his old sick cows, Nachiketa came. And then he saw his father is giving useless cows, which is going to be a burden for these Brahmins who are taking it. Then he thought, Veda is telling very clearly, whatever the most precious, that is what you are supposed to give Dakshina, not unwanted things. In my younger days in village, one of my relation was there. He used to collect lot of notes which is already torn. I used to ask him, why are you collecting these notes which are all torn? See, look here, this note I will collect it and put it in the kundi of the temple. So that I have got double benefit. One is, these temples are all managed by the government. So this torn note will be changed properly. Apart from that, I am also getting punya. So this is how we give dakshinas. You know, I have seen many people, when they purchase what you call apple or orange or anything to the temple, especially in India, I've seen, cheapest one they will purchase and bring it to the temple. Whereas the Veda says, if you want to give dakshina, you should give it the most precious thing. Nachiketa has read it and he wants to really implement it. He goes to the father and then says, hey dad, you are doing a mistake. I am the most valuable thing for you, to whom you are going to give me as a dakshina. Father was not minding him because he was very busy with the Ritviks. He is going on pestering. Then suddenly father became very angry. What is this fellow going on pestering me? He told, what do you want? I am the most valuable thing for you, to whom you are going to give as a dakshina. He said, you, I am going to give dakshina to Yama. He says. Then Nachiketa accepts, oh, he is going to give the Yama, very good. Then all Ritviks have gone and the whole house was empty. Then Vajasvarata was waiting for his son to come. He was coming down, somewhere he is coming with all the bag and baggages. He was having a backpack ready to go somewhere. Vajasvarata father asked him, where are you going? The son says, you have already given me as a dakshina to Yama, so I am going to Yamaloka. Father was stunned. When did I say? No, just now only he told. Oh, that is because I was angry and you disturbed me. That's why I told. Please, I am withdrawing that. You please be here. Nachiketa says, Father, you only taught me that Veda starts Satyam Vada. That's the first sentence of Veda itself. You have already taught, and that is Satyam, that is to be followed. Then father says, no, it is my mistake, that is why I am requesting you. Nachiketa says, no, Dad, it is like this. You see your ancestors. All your ancestors have followed what they taught. You see your friends in this village. All of them are maintaining the Satyam, whatever they talk, they do it. Why do you want to deviate? If you are going to deviate, you will not have any kind of a respect at all. And more than that, as a son, if I am going to make you to deviate your promise, no, I will not be doing my duty. So your promise I have to maintain. Do you recollect from where you get this kind of a promise from somewhere else? Do you recollect? When Dasharatha made a promise to Kaikeyi, Shri Ramchandra was ready to go to the forest. At that time, Dasharatha requested, I can withdraw this. Please stay here. Don't go to the forest. What Ramchandraji says, no, it is not very good for you to be like this. And as a son, I have to maintain your promise. So this is how the tradition was with us. Then the story goes, Nachiketa immediately takes a plane and then he goes to Yamaloka. And please do not ask me how he went to Yamaloka and all. Maybe that's all technical stories. So he goes to Yamaloka. And then in Yama's palace he wanted to enter, but unfortunately Yama was very busy elsewhere because there are so many people in Bhuloka. They are having all kinds of disease and any time they may come to Yamaloka. So he is very busy in those affairs. And Yama's palace, only ladies were there. This Nachiketa, he is a learned Vedic bachelor. So he doesn't want to enter the palace where the only ladies are there because he's a brahmachari. So he sits outside. The ladies are telling, why don't you come and eat, take water and all. He says, no, I am a brahmachari, I am not supposed to come, I will stay outside. 3 days he waited for the Yama without water, without food. 3rd day Yama comes and then sees, he learns that story from Nachiketa, how he came there, and he felt very bad. My God, one Atiti, that to a Vedic Brahmin, he has come to my house. I have not given him food, I have not given him water even. It's the greatest sin I have committed. Then he says, because you waited for 3 days, you asked me 3 boons, which I will immediately give. Nachiketa accepted, and then he started asking one by one 3 boons. First boon, he asked, O Yama, my father is feeling very guilty that he has sent me here. Because of that he will suffer all his life. So I request you to remove all his guilt, and by any chance, if you are sending me back to my place, my father should accept me as it is, as a son, without any kind of a guilt. You may be wondering, when Nachiketa has already come as a Dakshina, how come that he can go back? You may be wondering. You see the glory of our people. Even though Nachiketa has come to Yamaloka as a gift, how much he will be useful to Yamaha, we do not know. Because he is an ordinary boy, whereas Yama is a great Devata. How much he can help him? So he thought, any dakshana that we are giving to anybody, it should be useful to them. If it is not useful, the person who is getting the dakshana can very well return also. This is the tradition we had. So by any chance, if Yama is returning back to me, my father should accept me as it is. This is the first book. Yama says, granted. Then he comes for the second book. He says, O Yama, you please teach me one yajna or the ritual, which if I conduct, there should be enough rain, enough wealth, all kinds of glory should come and people should be very happy. That kind of a ritual, please teach me. Yama says, okay, that also I will do that. And that yajna is called, even today is called Nachiketa yajna. The name has been given in the name of Nachiketa. So he takes it. Third boon when it comes, Nachiketa says, O Yama, I have started seeking knowledge in the Veda. But how much I can study? I can go on study for several lives. But I want to have the knowledge by knowing which I don't have to know any other knowledge. See, 8 or 9 years old boy, see the maturity he has got. Then Yama says, if that kind of a knowledge is only Brahma Vidya, that is know yourself. So, that is very difficult, Nachiketa. He says, however much difficult it is, since you are the greatest Guru, you can definitely teach me. And definitely I will show all Shraddha to learn the Brahma Vidya. So, please kindly go ahead. See, the problem is, the Brahma Vidya, you have to be an Adhikari, I already told. A human being has to transform his entire personality, entire gunas, and he is to totally be concentrating only on learning the Brahma Vidya. It is not a casual study or anything like that. So being an 8 years old boy, he has to get married, he has to understand so many pleasures are there in the world, he may get attracted anytime, and he may be fickle-minded also. Today with some kind of enthusiasm he says, okay, I will do that. But tomorrow he may 10 minutes the studies and go away also. It is not a college where this course I didn't like it, so I will go to another course. It is a lifetime study and totally you have to dedicate yourself. So Yama was in a very great dilemma. And as per our tradition, one more thing is there. Whenever this kind of a very, very important knowledge of Shastra is being given to somebody, that somebody should be ready to receive. If somebody is not prepared to receive and then give it to them, that itself is a paap. That's how it is been told. For example, if you are not prepared to listen to Upanishad or you are not ready to learn Kathopanishad, I do not have any right to force it on you. Unless you are ready, then it's okay. If you are not ready, I am not supposed to force it on you. So, Yama was wondering whether the boy is really understanding himself, whether he is really ready. See, he wanted to test. How do you test? Somebody is ready for Brahma Vidya or not. How do you study? How do you test? There is no written test or questions or anything like that. You have to really understand that person's total personality, whether it's ready. Very, very subtle. So, in our Shastras, in order to study Brahma Vidya, you have to have 4 traits you should have, first of all, minimum. What are their 4 traits? One is, you should be very clear, Nitya, Anitya, Vivekaha. That is, in this whole of universe, which is permanent, which is temporary, at least that much knowledge you should have it. The next trait that you are supposed to have is Vairagya. What is Vairagya? He should not be having strong likings and dislikings. Raga, Dvesha. I like this person, I love this Tesla, I don't want this blue color. So many likings and dislikings we have got. If you are going to have this kind of a likings and dislikings, your entire mind, your entire time will go only in fulfilling your likings and disqualifying your dislikes. So that you should not have. So likings, dislikes, if you do not have, then detachment is automatic. Then third trait that you are supposed to have is Shatka Sampati, 6-fold disciplines. These 6-fold disciplines are giving discipline for your body, discipline for your mind, discipline for your intellect. Those 6-fold disciplines are called in Patanjali Yoga as Yama Niyama. I don't want to get into the detail because that is not the subject that we are going to take today. So we are supposed to have Then last thing is mumukshutvam. Mumukshutvam is what? I want to get realized. I have to attain moksha. This moksha attaining, it is not just a simple thing. Tivra ichcha. You have to be very, very adamant about it. So what Yama thought was, whether this guy at least having all these 4 traits or not, he wanted to check. So the first thing he wanted to check, whether this fellow is having Nitya Viveka. So he told, hey Nachiketa, I will do one thing. I will make you to become the richest man in your village. Nachiketa smiles and then tells, what do I do with that money? I don't want. Okay, if that is the case, can I make you the richest person in your country? No. What about becoming emperor of the whole world? Trump, for example. No, I am not interested because this will all go. How about Swarga? I will give you a permanent allocation of seat in Swarga. All others are go and then come back, but I will give you a permanent allocation. No, this is the same kind of sukhas and dukkhas will be there in Swarga. No, Swarga is only sukham you are having it. Even then I am not interested. Can I send you to Brahma Loka, which is the highest loka in the 7 lokas? No, that is also temporary, he says. If that is the case, I will make you Brahma himself. He says even Brahmas are created and then they go away and then another Brahma is coming. So that is also not permanent. So at 9 years, this Nachiketa was having very clear which is Nitya, which is Anitya. You are very clear. Then he wanted to test him further. See, Nachiketa, you can ask any other thing. Whatever you want to ask, you ask. But not this Brahma Vidya because you are not ready. He says, oh Yama, you are a wonderful teacher. Whether I am eligible or not, you are testing me. As you have just now told, every kind of a temptation you gave me, but still I am very adamant that I have to learn this Brahma Vidya. From this, are you not convinced? Then Yama says, I think he is a very good disciple, so he should not be denied. There is one more thing is there in the Shastra. As I told you, if somebody is not ready and if you are going to teach him the Brahma Vidya, it may be a pop. But if somebody is asking for the Vidya and he is having a tivra ichcha for the mumukshutvam, and if you do not teach, that is a greater pop. Unfortunately, in India, most of the people are thinking that all these shastras are only for higher caste people, so they will not be taught to me and all. These are all wrong, absolutely wrong. Our Sanatana Dharma, very clear it is about it. Somebody has got interest to learn and somebody has got not interest to learn. This is the only category for learning anything of Shastra, but not based on the caste at all. Please let us be very clear on that. Caste has got nothing to do in learning Shastra. So, then Yama says, I will teach you Brahma Vidya. That is how the Kathopanishad starts. Why it is called Kathopanishad? Because there is one Karka Rishi. His name is Karka Rishi. So he has brought this Kathopanishad. That is why it is called the Kathopanishad. Now, I have told you the story. We should learn something from this story. The story part of it is okay, very nice. But what do we learn from story? This, first let us say, this Vajasvarata, the Brahmin who conducted the Yajna. What he does, even though that person is conducting the Yajna very nicely, he could have avoided giving all the old cows to the Brahmins. But instead, he wanted to push that also. Normally, when I have seen people in India especially, they ask the Pandits to come and then make rituals and all. Every expenditure, Shadi ho, Naito, Aishomam, or any kind of Ganapati Homam, anything you conduct in the house, they will be very, very liberal in spending money in all other things. Prasad, arrangement, flowers, everything they will spend. When it comes to giving to the Pandit, that's all, bargain will start. What do you want this much money? What do you want this much money? This Pandit is so much as asking. This is normal we are seeing. They say Ajasvarta, he could have been very, very careful in not giving these bad cows to the Pandits, the Ritviks. So, if you are going to be showing even a little bit of if you are going to show even a little bit of laconas in kind of a Dachina, you will not get the full palan for the ritual that you are making it. Then, second thing that we have to learn is, whenever the children are coming and asking you, do not take them as a children. They may be also having independent thinking. Very important thing, they may come and talk to you. Do not in a hasty way, do not dispose them off or do not give any kind of a wrong promises. That is not good. This we have to learn from him. Then, anger. Vajasvarta, even though he is doing a lot of rituals, his anger he could not conduct properly. Anger is very, very important. You have to control at any point of time. Let us take, now we are learning from Nachiketa. Nachiketa, you just see, even at the age of such an young age, if he wants, he could have asked so many playful things from Yama. He didn't ask. Even the Veda which he has learnt within the 9 years, he has learnt it very properly. Excellent way he has learnt it. Then, he also had an excellent way of arguing with his teacher how he should be taken as a disciple. That is very important. To argue with the Yama and then convince him, it is not that easy. So, what you have to learn, discipline like Nachiketa, skills like Nachiketa, all things are coming if you start learning the Sanatana Dharma. So, if you all start learning the Sanatana Dharma, automatically you will get the brilliance, automatically you will get the patience, automatically you will get the maturity. Then Yamadharmaraj, what you have to learn, even though he is a great Devata, he is not an ordinary person. Even though he is a great Devata, he was very humble enough to feel that I have kept Nachiketa 3 days outside. So that we have to learn. And second thing is, before, nowadays even 2 books we read, somebody is asked, for example me, if you ask me to talk, I think, oh, I'm great, oh, I know everything. Whereas Yama knows so much, but still he doesn't open his mouth till Nachiketa is proving himself to be worthy of it. So instead of talking anywhere, everywhere, whatever we know, let us see the audience, let us see whether they are ready to receive, then only we should show our knowledge. Knowledge and wealth should never be displayed unnecessarily. This is we have to learn. So, finally, one small story, I'll finish it up. Whatever we learn in Shastra, we should retain in our mind. We have to follow. Otherwise, it is not going to be helpful at all. This Kathopanishad, if you take it, it's a very serious kind of a thing. What is Kathopanishad's teaching is, we should maintain our Swadharma at any cost. Rituals in both material profit, for that purpose only rituals are being done. So when you are going to do rituals for material profit, you should be very careful. If you are deviating from the procedures, you will not have that kind of effect at all. So, the Kathopanishad, even though it is by and large discussing all the Brahma Vidya, which is going to be taken in the next class, that's why I am not covering that subject. Okay, even though it is being taken, it is very important to understand that anything that has been told by the Shastra without challenging it, we should meticulously follow. And then we have to implement in our life also. One small story, I'll finish it off. See, there was a village in UP in India. So there was a school, run government school, but it's a very successful school. The district educational officer normally he comes and visits that school. So he is supposed to come tomorrow. The headmaster thought he should impress that district education officer. So he thought the class 10 is the best class and the teacher is also very good. So straight I will take him to class 10. The teacher thought now BJP government is running and the district education officer will be impressed if I am taking Ramayana. So the teacher was taking Ramayana. Okay. Then the education officer entered. He saw the Ramayana is being taught. He was very impressed. Then immediately he told, okay teacher, I want to ask question to your student. Then he took the last bench wala. Because last bench wala, if he knows the answer, that means the entire class knows the answer. So he is asking the last bench wala, Shiva Dhanush ko kisne toda? Who broke Shiva Dhanush? Because it comes in Ramayana. Then immediately the last fellow says, he got up very lazy. Last fellows immediately will not get up. Slowly they get up. And then he says, I do not know sir, last 4-5 days I have not come to the class at all. Mujhe pata nahi. Then immediately he is again asking, Re bhai, not in the class. I am asking you, Shiva Dhanush kisne toda bhai? Who broke Shiva Dhanush? Immediately he saw the boy in the next and then told, hey, tumko pata hai. Immediately that fellow got up. He told, sir, he has not come for 4-5 days class, he is really sure. I am coming to the class, but I do not know really, nobody has spoken in this class, sir. Then the inspector got up. He told, oh headmaster, what is this? They do not know who is broken this Shiva Dhanush. Then he told, sir, I am also not clear, they have not anything broken and let us go to the headmaster and complain, sir. So he took the teacher and then went to the headmaster. He told the headmaster, oh headmaster, what is it? Neither the teacher nor the people know. They are all taking Ramayana class, but they don't know who has broken the Shiva Dhanush. Then the headmaster thought, sir, I am a responsible man. I cannot be answering you like a teacher. I think I will take it up with the trust also. And I will put an inquiry committee definitely, sir. Then this inspector really got annoyed. He told, I will meet your trustees. He went to the trustees. Then he told, this is what is happening. All our school is not knowing it. The trustees told, sir, I am assuring you one thing, don't worry, sir. We will immediately replace one Dhanush in the school itself. We will do that, sir. So, the story why I am giving is, if you do not understand and then follow in your life, this is the kind of a case will come. I have seen people attending the Gita class, 1 hour they will attend and then listen to Swamiji, and then moment they came out, this is the place I always keep chappal here, why are you keeping here? They will start fighting with each other. And Swamiji inside that Gita would have told, never attach with anything, never attach with any place. But the moment they come out, they fight with each other. So my request is, Hindu Heritage Camp gives an excellent opportunity for all of you to be exposed to the Shastra. Kindly please read, do not neglect it. There is nothing called spiritual life separate, practical life separate. Both are same. You are basically a spiritual guy who has become a human being, so learn Shastra. This is my message. Thank you very much.